So you guys already know what's up. My name is Ben James, and today we're doing a movie review, and today's movie is going to be Mercy. So Mercy takes place in the not-so-distant future in L.A., and it follows a detective named Chris Raven who is put in the Mercy program and has to work with the judge, Maddox, who is played by Rebecca Ferguson, to prove his innocence. So this future is interesting because LA has been split up into zones, and they have red zones where they put all the criminals and the drug addicts to keep them away from normal civilians. But that wasn't enough, and crime was still rampant, and that's why they introduced the Mercy program. And Chris Pratt's character, Chris Raven, was one of the big advocates for this program when it was first getting launched, saying it was the future for LA. And now he's one of the first policemen to be tested in the Mercy program. The trailer doesn't do this plot justice. There's one thing that's left out that I really think they should have introduced into the trailers, and it's not a huge spoiler because it's literally in the first minute of the movie. But when I first saw the trailer, I assumed that Chris Pratt was on trial for his wife's murder that happened a long time ago. In the movie, it's the same day. And I feel like having that be the center focus locks you in. I heard it, and you feel it, and you see reactions, and you're like, oh, dude, we're in this. And I will say this is probably Chris Pratt's best performance. One of them, at least. I love him as Star-Lord, and the range he has as Star-Lord is a little bit limited because the character's goofy. You see him in this film flip from anger, flip from sadness, flip from grief, flip from all these different emotions, and as he's stagnant, he's in one spot, so it's like, okay, well, what can he really work with? But he entices you the entire time. And Rebecca Ferguson, I mean, if anyone could play an emotionless AI, I guess it's her, because she just is stoic and just will not give. And there's a few really cool moments with her character that honestly are probably my favorite amongst this year. And it just shows, there's a reason why she's been in a lot of like Dune, Mission Impossible, but great performance from her as always. And with a lot of these stationary movies, they are very formulaic, and they're filmed the same way. You had Unfriended, who did it first, and then you had Searching, which is one of my favorites. But they all stagnant, and they have the computer, and they're clicking on the computer, and it's like you can't really make it super enticing when it's filmed like that. This movie takes that, blows it up to 100. You have him stationary, but because of the AI simulation, you have him in different environments. You have him in different places. You have the information popping up. The audio cues are like, it's like crack. Like every time they pop up, you're, ooh, yeah, that's sick. Some new evidence. I don't know how to explain it better than that. And there's one scene particularly where there's a scene surrounded by fire, and Chris Pratt's just in the middle of it. And it was very much, it reminded me of the Batman vs. Superman scene where Superman's in the courtroom just surrounded by flames. And it's just really, really clever how they set this up to give you moments like that where the editing team and the CGI team could be like, hey, you know what? We got this one. And the director, Tamar Beck, he's actually directed a few of those films that I mentioned before. He's used to stationary movies, so it's good to see him adapt and be like, okay, well, this is how we've done it in the past. Let's add something to it. It breaks that trope of, okay, hey, when you see this, you think low budget, we're gonna stay in one spot. They go all around LA and makes sense, and the travel makes sense. And again, the futuristic world they've kind of built. It's near future, so nothing too crazy, but they give you kind of technology to be like, okay, it makes sense how this character got from here that quickly. And with movies, in general, it's easy to sometimes predict where it's going, right? We have bad guy, good guy wins. Okay. In this, movie, they have you looking over here while something's developing over here. And there are really twists and turns that you're not gonna see coming. And also there's the fact that Chris Pratt's character doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know if he's guilty. He is kind of experiencing it with you as well. And so you're locked in. I really think obviously we're in January. Out of all the movies that come out in January, this is one of my favorites. The PG-13 rating kind of crazy because some crazy stuff does happen. Nothing, too nuts. I do recommend you could bring your kids to this film if you wanted to. It's a good thriller. But yeah, I mean, again, I can't speak to it more that the CGI, the storytelling, the acting, all across the board, amazing. So you can probably assume what my rating is going to be. We rate on a system here of worth it and not worth it. And you guys, this is 100% worth it. Go see it in the theater, please. These types of movies that enthrall you, that, make it worth going out of your way to sit in an auditorium with random people and experience it. Like, we were in a pretty light there. We're going to early showings. Everybody in the theater was loving it. Everyone was having a great time. So I can only imagine what this would be like in a packed theater. I might go see it again just for that experience. But make sure to go check this film out, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, you guys, if you've seen Mercy, put a comment below. Let's talk about it. I really want to keep talking about this film. Let's make sure no spoilers in the comments. But honestly, I want to hear what you guys have thought about it, the performances, everything. Just leave that in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe. We got movie reviews coming out every single week, you guys. And make sure to turn notifications on so you know when I upload. That's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoy seeing Mercy this week in theaters. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.